It's like this. When we're born, we don't have food cravings, and we have a clear preference for food that's actually good for us. That's our natural state, our clean slate, if you like, that our body and our brain arrive on this earth naturally programmed with. But as we grow and develop, that clean slate and our natural programming gets overlaid with things that we learn, and that includes all kinds of habitual behaviour and especially our preferences for things like certain foods. It's different for everyone, of course, depending largely on their experiences. These kinds of habits or preferences become completely automatic and outside our conscious control to change. Some examples of this are when we think of a particular perfume, remember smelling that, and the feelings or the emotions that go with that come up immediately. Or it might be that we hear a particular song and we're taken back to that era with a sense of nostalgia. It's an automatic feeling that springs up as we hear that song. It might be seeing the face of the person that we love and feeling that certain reliable feeling. It might be remembering a certain event and feeling a certain way, or it could be something like stroking your cat or your dog and feeling especially relaxed each time you do that. In all these examples, that something serves as a trigger for you to predictably and reliably experience a certain feeling. This trigger to a feeling is known as a conditioned response, and it is definitely outside your conscious control. So your over-liking for chocolate or pasta or bread or potato chips or crisps is a conditioned response generated by your unconscious mind, and that's why willpower or distraction are sooner or later powerless to have any effect. It used to be thought that conditioned responses were very difficult to deal with, and that's why doctors, dietitians and other health professionals have wasted so much time hounding people to use willpower instead, or giving them silly distraction techniques to use. Have you heard this one? If you're on a diet and you feel hungry, just have a glass of water. What a joke. But you don't have to battle with this silly stuff anymore, because it turns out it's really easy and fast to simply get rid of food cravings permanently. For instance, try this. Think of someone you have a moderate dislike for, not intense, and as you think of that person, at the same time in your mind, imagine that you're eating your favourite food, so that you're thinking of that person at the same time you're really enjoying the taste and the texture and the aroma of that food. Is your dislike of that person still the same as when I first suggested you think of them, or has it changed even just a little bit? Now think of this person and how you dislike them, and exactly the same time imagine you're snuggled up with your lover. Is your dislike of this person exactly the same? Now think of the best holiday experience that you ever had. Maybe it was a once-in-a-lifetime exhilarating experience, or maybe it's just a very, very special, regular holiday that has a lot of meaning for you. As you think of that holiday experience, and you think of that person that you dislike at exactly the same time, is your dislike of that person exactly the same? Or has it changed or been moderated somewhat? What we know is that if we interfere enough with a conditioned response, we can remove it forever. So this kill cravings technique that I'm going to show you is a way to very powerfully achieve exactly the right interference to wipe out each and every food craving you've ever had if you do it the right way. So here's a test to see if you can do this the right way. I'm going to ask you to imagine something, and each time you feel the effects of imagining this thing as if it's real, I want you to touch your right earlobe in exactly the same way. Now, it's important to do it exactly the same way each time. And then also each time, as soon as you've touched your ear, take your hand away and think of something completely different, like singing happy birthday, or looking out a window, or counting back from 20 by threes. So let's try it out. This thing that I want you to think of is a slice of lemon, imagining that it's laying in your hand, in the palm of your hand, and you bring that slice of lemon up to your mouth and take a bite. Touch that earlobe, let go, look away, count back from 20s by 3. 20 minus 3 is 17, and 17 minus 3 is? Great. Now we repeat that again. You imagine the slice of lemon in your hand. You bring that lemon up to your mouth and you take a bite and touch your right earlobe. Take your hand away, look out the window, or count back from 20s by 3, or sing happy birthday, whatever it takes to come away from that state completely. And we will do that a third time. So you imagine that you have that slice of lemon in your hand, that you bring it up to your mouth, and as you take a bite, you touch that right earlobe, take the hand away, quickly look out the window, count back from 20 by 3s, or begin singing happy birthday, anything to break that state. So this is what you've done. You've imagined an event. As soon as you've felt something from that imagining, you touch your right earlobe, and then you immediately let go and think of something else quite differently. So now for the test. What happens when you think about eating a banana, for example, and you touch that right earlobe in exactly the same way as you did before? Now, some people listening to this and going through this exercise will actually get that lemon feeling at the thought of a banana. That's how powerful these conditioned responses can be. Now, don't worry, you're not stuck with this, and you'll be able to eat bananas and quite enjoy them. And the whole effects of this will fade off very fast anyway, within a few days. It was just to teach you how to apply a conditioned response. So, if you did this right, you're a fast learner, and we can actually move on to the next video. If not, that's fine. Just repeat this video, or get some help from someone who can guide you through it personally so that you can do it properly. And you can get that help on the forums, or you can give me a call or send me an email and let me help you to get this right. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.